Yeah,
It's
the
so
full one.
nice. Like the whole idea is amazing.
Yeah,
But will you do like for your first that kind of you introduce the podcast as well? So do you want us to like kind of
yeah, we can.
if you want?
Yeah. My idea of the whole thing is that a lot of people don't understand what professional athletes are, and that they are people. And as you said yourself, like that sometimes even when you talk to relatives,
Yeah.
they don't feel like they have anything to talk about, only sports.
Yeah.
And I think we are so much more. As Brandy said, that I'm also my nails, you know, like my fancy nails.
I love that statement.
Yeah. My sister lives by that as well.
No.
Yeah, she has
have
like
to show me
long
pictures. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But as long as Brandy's or
no, a bit shorter, but like
a centimeter shorter.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and also I didn't tell you the name. So
I definitely am not my nails.
I haven't seen them.
I'm more than my nails.
Yeah. So
yeah, tell me the name.
I mean, maybe I'll change it
Okay.
after some episodes, but
You'll see.
I think it's gonna be.
We literally have that on the camera. Clap for that. I love it.
Saved your life.
Oh my gosh. This will be the first scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know how there was an
but
episode.
so Ronja.
He was throwing it again. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I want to call it Under the Uniform.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
something
the idea.
under.
And I think
Our
it's
clothes.
cool because it's like it doesn't kind of limit yourself to just beach volleyball.
Exactly.
It's like
yeah.
you can literally use any sport
Yeah.
you want.
My
That's
mom
amazing.
asked me yesterday what would be my dream person to
Yeah.
come like to the podcast.
Mhm.
And of course it's you. But I thought I would love to talk to Nadal.
Oh, you should get the real big names out there, not some small beach volleyball player. Like literally,
No,
oh my god, if that
Yeah.
would happen, I would literally cry for you because
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I love tennis. I don't watch it enough. Like
Yeah. You watched
would
the
want to-
Australian Open?
not all the time. Like I cannot find the good matches,
Yeah.
but like good translation.
Yeah.
I see some episodes of it, but
Yeah. I think it's hard. It's hard to stream because usually for like these big events, right? They have streaming. They have like streaming limits or some like one broadcast
Yeah.
just takes over it,
And
and
you
then
also
you
have
can
to
only
pay.
watch exactly. But I also usually only watch the highlights because
Yeah.
5 hours.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
long to
yeah.
watch.
5 hours is a lot.
But I love it. Like I think the greatest matchups always were Nadal and Federer, of course. Like one of my favorites. I don't know when it was, if it was 2 or 3 years ago, and we played in Doha, and at the same time they played, I guess, the Australian Open. I don't know what it was exactly. And they met in the semifinals or something, and this match
Yeah,
was
it's
just,
crazy.
you watch 4 hours and you cannot get bored. It was like every single point so exciting, so exhilarating. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Djokovic as well.
Yeah.
Like he's such a personality, such a diva,
is.
and I love that.
he is. Do you know
So
Medvedev?
Yes.
He is also.
Yeah, he is. But at the same time, I heard a lot of rumors, which I don't know which to believe. Or maybe it's not about him. Maybe it's about Zverev,
Ah, yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, about the
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend
Yeah.
or something, yeah.
Yeah.
But Medvedev is also can escalate quickly. Like I watched funniest moments of Medvedev and like how he interacts with the Empire is so funny sometimes. It's
Yeah.
really funny. Wow.
You are a volleyball player. And I think like if someone like, let's say we're in a group and you would have to introduce yourself, you would say, Ronja Klinger, I'm a volleyball player. But if there was no like societal norms
Yeah.
and you could say anything you want, any like, I'm the greatest sister ever, I'm the daughter that everyone loves, what would you say?
Oh my god. That's a really interesting question. Thank you for asking me that. That's tough. I think I think I would really try to get back to my family norms and values, because I think we as society kind of are striving so much for success and so much for kind of being worth something that we sometimes forget like the core values. And for me, this is family. This is being just a good person, talking to each other, being there for each other. I mean, I'm really lucky to kind of be able to share that family core feeling on the court with Doris. So this is like a really big advantage and plus for me. But yeah, as you said before, I feel like I really want to be that person that goes back to core values and to being a good person and being kind and being, sharing this kindness to like my peers and my family, because as I said, I feel like we're too much focused on, okay, what did you achieve? How successful are you? How much are you worth? And we kind of calculate that worth with like achievements more than actually the person and like the characters. And I feel like, I mean, I kind of realized it only over the last couples of seasons, because we also got more successful, right? So sometimes feels like, okay, you're more worth because maybe you're more successful, but it should not be like that and come like with that way at all.
That's true.
But how do you feel about that? How would you like describe yourself when there will be no social norms?
I mean,
society norms.
I think I would mention what my everyday life feels like. I think I am very empathic and I feel everyone's emotions, but at the same time, I really clearly feel my own. So the fact that I feel them so much, I am very angry, very sad, but at the same time, so happy. So it's a roller coaster. So I would say that, I have lots of emotions. I love kids. Like, I'm obsessed with them. And my sister, like, wants to be an aunt that owns, like, 15 dogs, which I think is, like, matching us. Because
you like dogs as well?
I do, but it's not necessarily that I want to have one, you know? I want to have kids. She wants to have dogs.
Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious. That's the perfect combination.
I mean, maybe that I'm artsy or I love food. Food is life.
Same. Oh, I love it. But okay, question, when you feel those emotions so intense, what do you do about it? Like, you just let yourself feel them, or do you try to kind of press them down in some way because you don't want to feel them so much?
I used to press them down, but I figured that it doesn't help. I'm not sure that what I'm doing now is the right solution. Like, I try to feel them out, but I feel like sometimes in that process, I hurt someone, you know, like I am angry and I want to feel it out, but someone comes in and they're like, how are you? And I'm like, get out of here. And they didn't do anything.
I love it though. I love it.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
But you try to speak it out, kind of.
Yeah.
Or just more with yourself to like
maybe
let
more
it be.
To myself. Yeah, sometimes it is with someone, but usually with myself. I think volleyball helps as well. Like the fact that you can feel the emotions out. Like when I did this break after the season, I didn't play for a while. Then while I was getting back, I felt like I have so much sadness. And then I played one match and I was screaming, like laughing, everything. And after that practice, I was like almost caffeinated from the adrenaline. I was like, yeah, that's why we do it. You need one match to remember that.
Exactly. And I feel like this is also what's kind of sport is about, to like bring out these emotions, of course, for like the audience, other people, for the crowd, right? But most of all, it's for yourself. Like, I really get pumped up when I can be my authentic self on the court. And this is where I let out my emotions, where I scream at Dorian, where I celebrate, and where maybe from the outside people think, okay, this girl is a little bit crazy. Like, girl, you're into it too much. But this is like 100% me on the court, and I don't have to be someone else. I don't have to pretend to be someone else. I can kind of just be myself and let myself be, because this is kind of an environment where I can authentically be myself, right?
That's true.
And I completely agree with you. Like, this is the one part of like the day where you can just let it out, especially in a dynamic and explosive sport like us. We can just literally rip the beep out of the ball if we're angry, or if we kind of feel this kind of anger growing in us, or if something else happens personally, individually outside of the court. You can just literally be 100% focused and in the game and let it completely out. So that's why I love this game so much, because the energy and the emotions that you have outside of the field, you literally can get rid of this inside of the match.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, apart from that, it's like a really tough sport, and you can also get inside your head in matches, or if you're not feeling well, or if you have like a, I don't know, tough game, tough matchup, whatever. But I also feel like sports in general is kind of about releasing like stress and negative energy.
Definitely.
And I love that about sport.
Yeah.
And about professional sport as well, because I feel like you can see characters on the field.
That's true.
And I love how they get it out. I don't know if you know Arina Sabalenka.
Yeah.
And she is like this
power machine.
Exactly. This character for me on the court that she just lets it out. And if she's freaking angry, she just lets it out on the court. And I feel like she's her authentic self.
Yeah.
And this is so fun to watch. I love it.
Do you think it changed for you? Like, since you started the sport and now, like how much happiness and how much emotion you feel during? Because I feel like a lot of athletes keep repeating, we have to remember that it has to be fun. Yeah. And I think it is a job.
It definitely is a job.
And sometimes it is not fun.
No.
And it's okay. But
yeah, I would say a lot of times it's not fun. But I feel like this energy, when you get on the court, when you get into the flow and you get into your game, this overcomes all like the negative feelings, or the hit trainings, or the strength training, or the trainings where you completely are tired, but you just want to push through because you have to get it done. Like, there's no way of stopping. Of course, you have to like keep listening to yourself, and that's what I think we learned and still are in process the last couple of years, to not overdo it and to find the right balance. But like, this momentum, when you're in the flow, when you feel your emotions, but you know what you do, you're 100% clear that you're here for the right reason, that you know you belong here, like, is so much better than like every maybe or negativity that comes around when you're in training, or when you think you're not good enough, or when you don't have any self-confidence because you had a bad game. So yeah, I don't know if it changed for me. That's a really good question. I think once we got more stable and consistent in our game, it changed a little bit with our confidence, because it feels like a lot of people doubted us in the last couple of years, right? Like, people thought that we shouldn't be in a national team. People thought that we're just two crazy girls that have crazy visions, but too little talent, you know? And I think I had, when we were a little bit younger, like 3, 4, 5 years ago, that we had a lot of struggles, like after practices, if practices didn't go well, that we kind of like were evaluating our worth for the training. Like, there were so many times that we took kind of the training with us in our personal lives. And I think now we can separate it better. If we have a bad training, okay, we know we're going to learn from it. We're going to do it better the next time. But it's not like every time you take it into your personal life, or this energy of the training, take it into your personal life and into like your self-worth. So I feel like this changed a little bit, but also for us, we do it professionally. So we I think we kind of start getting, okay, we sacrifice everything for this, and this is our job. It doesn't have to be fun all the time. It will not be fun all the time. But we know still, even though it's not going to be fun, it's going to be hard work, that we kind of get more out of it than this all like bad part is, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like this flow moment that you have in sports, this moment in competition, this excitement that builds when you're on the court, when you finally can start competing again. And then you have like good momentum or whatever, goes over like everything else there is. But still, like in total, it's a job. There will be good phases, there will be bad phases. Our coach always tells us it will be like a circle. Once you're growing, but then it can be like a defeat again, or you can like go down again. But every time you will go up, and then there will be phases where you're going down again. So this like kind of also a life circle, I would say. You're not all the time happy, or not all the time in a good mood, but you just try to handle it and deal with it the best way you can, and you will learn and grow from it.
Yeah, that's true. I also realized this year that this is a very difficult job, because some jobs, when you're like in the office or something, you don't have to be the best to I don't know, to earn money, to be successful. You can just do your job every day. But now here, like with sports, it feels like you always have to be number one.
Yeah.
And
it's never enough.
Yeah.
It's
and
never
I think,
enough.
like for me, like I still have a lot of, I don't know, tournaments and steps to get to. Like, okay, we play now challenger qualification, sometimes main draw, but there is still a step when you play like elite, you know, like I haven't gone to the main draw. But you, for example, now you're in the main draw. You were in the last tournaments, you were already in the main draw, not having to play the qualification. How does it feel for you? Like, do you still feel those like big steps that you have to make?
Oh,
does it feel like you're at the top?
No, you know? I feel like we're so far away still, believe me. I mean, we have to see, because 1.5 years we also played like every single qualification, right? So for us it was more like a continuous stroll that we had to fight through every possible scenario there is to like kind of make those steps. And I mean, maybe from the outside or from the ranking or whatever, it looks like maybe big steps.
Yeah.
But for us, it was like, okay, we went through every single scenario there could be, starting in qualification really low in challenge, finally getting into that first challenge main draw, but still continuing in the next tournament in the qualification. And that was like this for also because kind of the how the world tour works and how the point system works. For us, that was like kind of the scenario for 1.5 years to like be in the main draw, but still start always in qualification. And I feel like these kind of tournaments in the qualification were for us a base to actually perform in the main draw, because we were so happy to make it out of the qualification. We're kind of in such a flow that we kind of always were on a really good level and really good performance to play those teams that are in the main draw already and maybe haven't had like the conditions that we played on the same courts, on like the same outside conditions. But I feel like what you ask, it feels like we're still so far away, because even though, okay, we might be kind of on the step to like being in the elite main draw or maybe higher up in qualification, like for us, there's still so much to learn, not even compared to the other teams, of course. I mean, you cannot compare apples with pears because they've been there so much longer. They have completely different genetics, completely different talent in a sense. But still, like for us, it still seems so much that we're on the beginning, and that makes us feel like so motivated and kind of fueled, because we know that there's still so much to learn and so much to grow, and it still feels like, and you know how it works with the points, you can mess up 2 or 3 competitions and you're back in qualification again. So it's really hard to say like with points or with ranking, but I feel like these qualification times and the times where we had to like fight through so many qualifications and be in the main draw finally and play 2 more games and play 1 more game, play 1 more game and play 1 more qualification and go back and be in main draw and go back to qualification made us so much stronger. And I can remember the first time we stepped onto a qualification, and now if we would step onto a qualification, it's a completely different feeling because we know we can handle it, you know. And I think this is kind of a part that also made us stronger because we kind of had to fight through so many like rough paths the last 2-3 years that it's really nice to see that we got pretty consistent on like that specific level.
Yeah, you did.
So that's really nice. But also for like listeners out there, I think in sport, there is no easy path. Like,
that's true.
If you, let's say, get a really good result one time, but any other results are like medium, like there's not this one result where from that point on, everything will be easy.
That's true.
This will, or at least for us, I don't know.
I think for everyone.
I think this will not exist. The better you get, the harder it will be, but the more you can handle it.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt. It didn't get easier, but you kind of deal with it and you find your ways to deal with it. And it will be like really, really rough paths. It will be extremely sad. It will be extremely angry parts maybe at some point, but I feel like what we cannot forget, everything is a process. And I know it's tough to say now, but I feel like to really appreciate this process, what you make together and what you build together. Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you remember what you were talking?
What a legend. Yeah, you will overcome and you will just handle the situations, and I think it will give you a lot in like life after as well, because you just know you're tough. You have to be tough to be in professional sport, and I really find a lot of gratitude and kind of pleasure with this toughness, because I think it will prepare me for a lot of things, and I think a lot of professional athletes are really, really tough people and can handle a lot that maybe normal people with an office job cannot even, I don't know, realize or not even put themselves in that situation.
And get so many emotions
exactly.
about it. And I think, like, as you said, like, tough moments make you stronger.
Yeah.
I think also because I had this end of the season of playing 2 months, let's say, all of the tournaments that were there.
From Brazil to Asia.
That was crazy. And I think we lost every game till we played Philippines.
Yeah. Till you won.
Yeah, till we won. And then after Philippines, I was sitting there and I thought, like, these losses felt so painful.
Yes.
But I would repeat it again.
Yeah.
Like, I would delete my memory and repeat all of it again, because it was so nice to finally win, to overcome yourself.
Exactly.
Because I was standing in Philippines on my first match and I was like, I do not know how to serve. Like, I will serve with my leg because I cannot do it. I'm just so afraid.
But that's, I can so much understand. It's crazy. Like, we've been to, I don't know, 20, 25, 30 qualifications, and you just have to lose until you know how to not lose, you know? And this is just kind of, I mean, maybe for some players not, but I feel like for 80% of the players, this is just how it works. And if you give up, you give up. But at one point, if you don't give up, you will succeed. As you said, you had like probably, I don't know, 2 tournaments right before Philippines where you did amazing, right?
5 games, we lost everyone, and then in Philippines we won 4 or 5 in a row.
And this feeling kinda is better than like, or it's so much stronger than like the 5 losses you have, because you're like, okay, this like literally paid off.
Yeah.
Like, you got out of this match, you lost, but you learned from it. Like, I feel like a loss for me also right now is like even more motivation to, okay, how can I be better to not lose again, to like really improve myself, to not let that feeling or that situation happen again. And I feel like the last 2 years, what I learned the most is that defeats are really like part of the process. And our biggest growth usually was after really tough matches that we lost. Tough matches of score, tough matches of we were ranked higher, we should not have been losing, tough matches of extremely crazy conditions and tight score, whatever. But these are the matches where you're like, I don't want this to happen again, so I want to change. So this for us was, I mean, it's always tough. After you lose, you will always be sad, you will always start questioning things, right? But that's, I think, like the most effective learning curve that you can have. And losing is part of every single sport. Like even Anna, Patricia and Duda, that I think are just number one team in the world, have lost quarterfinals, semifinals that they maybe were not supposed to lose, but in the end, they're world champion, they're Olympic champion, they achieved everything. And I feel like that's how you have to grow, also to keep like that motivation, that when you know, okay, you finally beat this team, or you finally make it into your first challenge main draw, you finally make it into your first elite main draw, that this feeling gives you so much, it gives you so much satisfaction, that you finally have overcome like all these maybe a little bit messy, maybe sad, maybe unfortunate events that happened before, that this feeling is just unique.
Yeah, it is. I would hope that everyone, like even not doing or playing volleyball, everyone could feel this feeling, like somehow.
Yeah, I agree. It's like so special.
Sometimes I feel like I tell my dad that I don't think I feel as happy, like in life, as some people. They get like, I don't know, they get a present, like they get a phone, and they're so excited, and it's their whole life. And I'm like, I don't care about a new phone or a new top or anything. I want to win, you know? But I think it's just because some people lack these exciting moments in life.
Agree.
Maybe some adventures. I don't know.
It's
great. Like volleyball gives you so much.
It gives you so much
growth,
and also the whole community is amazing.
That's
like
true.
I know, I mean, we're in Tenerife right now, and I know that like the whole hobby group of 30-40 people is coming next week to spend kind of their holidays here to literally train. Like they have 2 trainings per day, or 1 training, 1 weights. Like it's like a whole schedule, and this like makes my heart like open so much, because this is so cool that we can share our sport as like a trendy sport with maybe semi-professionals or hobby people, and that they also get kind of this excitement and this competitiveness to like have also some maybe kind of perspective or comparison to their normal lives. And you can just see that they really, really, really enjoy, right? It's amazing to see like their faces, their emotions, even though if they get angry or what, like hobby people are one of the most competitive people I've seen, but you just feel a sense of, they go out of the training, they're like, this was nice. Like this feels nice. This feels great. We worked ourselves, our bodies worked, and it's amazing to see. I love watching like hobby people or semi-professionals because it's so much fun to like also find similarities, right? Not in the game, but in emotions. So it's really fun to watch. Yeah. It's amazing.
Is there a place where you would love to play like your dream match? And maybe you have a team that you would want to play that match. Imagine you win, you know, like a place anywhere in the world, any island, any city, somewhere you played, somewhere you didn't. Mm-hmm. It can be anywhere against anyone.
So I think location-wise, definitely Hawaii, because I've never been, and I've seen so many pictures and videos, and that's like kind of a dream destination. You've been?
No.
but it's like
So
a dream destination for me. And team, it's a really good question. I feel like for me, growing up and admiring Duda so much would be amazing to play her, especially until you're not in the elite, you will never face those teams, right? So yes, we were like playing a lot of elites this year, and still we have not a single time faced Duda and Anna Patricia. And kind of I admire their volleyball so much because it looks super lazy, but they just know exactly what they're doing and how they want to do it, and they can execute it like kind of right away.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a really cool matchup because I feel like as teams we're so different because they're more like extreme ball control, extreme ball touch, extreme like good overview of the game, and we're more like fighters. Like we just fight for every ball, we just grind for every ball. When we go out there, it will be like an extreme fight, even for them.
Yeah.
And I want to see how our energies match because they're super like chill and kind of relaxed.
Yeah, but you can get Patricia.
I know. Let's try not to do that, maybe.
I don't know. I would love to scream back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I saw one match, Paven against Anna Patricia.
Yeah.
Oof! Oh my gosh. It was amazing to watch because you just felt that their competitive character was coming out so much and that they both wanted to win so much. It was intense, but it was amazing to see like this kind of competitiveness on the court where everybody just wants to kick each other's buttocks.
I love that.
Me too. That. What is yours?
I think mine don't match, so I will explain why.
Okay.
I would love to play somewhere in Brazil with a huge crowd, but I would love the crowd to root for me. You know, just like,
But do you play against Brazil or not? That's the question.
Like, I would love to play Duda and Patricia, but because it doesn't match, I don't know. Like, I would love to play some legends like Laura Ludwig or someone. You know, like a great team, and she's so fun.
She is. Can we talk about her character for just a second? Like, outside of the court, okay? I have to tell a story. It was Cancun 5 years ago. We were nobody. Okay, we went there for 2 tournaments. Qualification was a 4-star. We left those 2 weeks with 58 minutes playing time in total. 2 games, 30 minutes, bye. 2-0, bye. And we were in the cafeteria and it was like a bubble event, right? It was during COVID. And we were in the cafeteria and of course we all knew Laura and she was like my hero and she didn't know us, whatever. And she literally just walked up to our table and I guess she knew that we spoke German, right? And she just like made German jokes on our table, like talking to us. And Dora and me I was like, because she's my idol, right? Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, are you really talking to us? Are you talking to like the other table over there? And just like joking, you know, it was not like serious talk or something, just joking. And this is like how I would characterly describe Laura. She's just such a kind and like heartwarming person that you just enjoy being around her.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, we don't have to talk about her successes, her Olympic gold medals, her European championships, her world championship gold medal, like literally everything. But her character is kind of what even makes her more wonderful because it's not just the success, it's about like the person that she actually is. And that goes back to like what you asked in the first question, like she really stands to her values and it doesn't matter if it's the president of, I don't know, the United States standing in front of her or us that she didn't even know probably that we played beach volleyball. She is herself and I appreciate that about her.
Yeah.
Like,
and she's kind. That's
extremely kind.
Like, even if you're not on her level.
She is extremely humble, like extremely humble and
Let me check really cool. On camera if it's still recording and I'll tell my story. It is, I don't have a huge story with her, but I am the girl that always comes for her to ask pictures to send to my mom. So it's so funny because my mom is like the hugest fan of her. And she's always like, Laura is there. Can you take a picture for me? And I always come up to her and I'm like, Laura, please, can I take a picture for my mom? And I think I have like 4.
No, that's hilarious. But how does your mom know her? Or like,
yeah, she loves to watch.
Okay.
She loves to watch and she loves the character that she sees.
Yeah.
She loves how she treats the partner.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that's what we always have to learn. How is it for you to play with the sister?
It definitely, let's say it like that, it's amazing, but we definitely came a long way. I can remember Dora and me played our very, very first tournament together in 2015, and I was only playing for 1 year, not real volleyball. And we literally, like, I think we did not even finish the game because we were fighting that much. It was some kind of youth tournament or youth game, and we just, at some point, walked out of the courts because we couldn't take each other anymore, literally. Amazing. But then, you know, we grew, we matured. I mean, we were 3 years apart, and at this teenage age, you just want to have your own friends, and you don't want like an annoying little sister by your side all the time. But it was cool because when she was in the United States, we kind of felt, hey, some part is missing. And we also always knew it would be like a great balance for the two of us to have each other, because not like even, or not body-wise, we're really different, and it would fit as like a blocker and a defender, but also character-wise and personality on the court, we're extremely different, which I think a lot of people don't know because they always see us kind of together, and sometimes even I've heard like coaches not really separating us, right? And not our coaches, obviously, but coaches from other teams. And I think that makes the team really special, that we have an extreme bond, although we're completely different. And we, as I said, we've come a long way, and we grew a lot as not only teammates, but especially also as sisters. And I feel like we appreciate each other a lot, and we're in an age now where we really can show, you know, it's not like I roll here, I roll there, you know me, you provocate me. No, like I feel like since we are not at home for like maybe 9 months out of the year, we really appreciate having this kind of family on the road. And I don't think a lot of people have that, and this makes it really special to not only be sisters but also be best friends. And I think it's amazing. It's, I think, probably one of the best choices we've made in our lives, and we worked really, really, really hard to get to a point where we are right now, not only as players but definitely also as sisters and as partners and as teammates and as business partners even, that it's simply a great synergy. And I appreciate really especially the fact that you have a part of the family on the road, and that you don't feel, especially in such a crazy career, crazy job, where it's always, you're always on the limit, you always have to bring your best, you always have to be the best, you always have to win, you always compare yourself. It's never enough what you do, because there will always be people that are better than you. And to have this kind of stability, that you know, you will, even if you lose, you will not lose your sister. It's not true. You will not lose this part of your family, you know? So I appreciate that very much. And, of course, it's like, it definitely includes ups and downs and fights and crying and provocating, and it's a lot more personal and emotional than I would think with any other player. I know with any other player, because you just say straight on what you think. It's no filter, because I've known her for 24 years. She's known me for 24 years. I'm not gonna say anything that I have a filter on, because she will know that it's not real, you know? So this can be tricky sometimes. But yeah, I feel like it's a very, very special relationship we have, and we can be really thankful to have each other and to have such a great bond. So this is nice.
I'm so happy about it.
But what about you? You told me you're playing with your sister for the first time.
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to. But we played like one tournament here in Tenerife. We won.
Woo!
But
Right
it was
there.
horrible.
Right there. Or where was it? Or
No,
was
it wasn't Torviscas, which is like an hour away.
Okay.
But it was nice. But at the same time, like I think we talked about this before, that you said that both need to know what they want and want to fight for it exactly. Like we need this, whatever. And I think our views and wants and needs are different still.
Yeah.
And I think like in a few years, I think you're right that maybe you said that when you were 20, you felt that like the same desire and like.
And she's a lot younger than you, right?
So she's 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she still has time, but I think she is more meant for sports than I am. Well, maybe that's not the right thing to say, but I started with arts and she started with sports. So, like, even when I go back home to my parents' place, they play pool. And she doesn't play pool at all, but she comes and plays with my dad, and it's like an equal match. And when I play, like, the stick goes like this, the ball is flying somewhere. I'm not that naturally gifted in sports, but it doesn't mean that I cannot make it up with like determination, motivation, love for it.
Definitely.
Because I didn't start with love for it. I started with hard work and pleasing parents.
Yeah.
So now I'm just developing that love, and I think it's the best motivator, you know?
That's awesome. That's amazing. And I think that there are a lot of talents out there, a lot. And I think that most of the times the hard workers will push through more than the talents. I don't think we even know how many talents are out there and how also society limits them with always praising them, always telling them they're so good, always telling them they'll make it to the top, always giving them exactly what they want, but never really having to work for it. This is key part in our sport and in our job, because it is about sacrificing, it is about professionalism, it is about not seeing your family for months maybe. It's not like I'm in Brazil and I can randomly just go back because I don't feel like playing now, you know? And I feel like, and I love this quote, that, so, how's the quote? So, no, I got it. Hard work beats talent if the talent doesn't work hard, you know? And this was also for us, like a huge thing. I think we're really gifted physically, and which we're really lucky because we did a lot of sports when we were younger, but understanding the game, ball touch, overview, we never in our like sports as kids had something to do with balls, you know? And this, I feel like when you have that as a young, not even player, but as a young person to just handle ball games, play ball games a lot, gives you more kind of this feeling.
Yeah.
And maybe also the touch more, and we didn't have it all. And we're still working like really, 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 really hard to compensate for that. But even though if we don't have that extreme ball talent, like you can make it wherever you want, like wherever you set your mind to, you cannot limit yourself because of somebody, some coach, some trainer, your parents, your relatives tell you that you cannot do it. Because if we would have gone after like statements like these, we would have not even be playing one season together on the future level right now.
Yeah.
And this is like a big part for me, that you have to be true to yourself and that you cannot tell yourself your like limits. Of course, everybody has limitations, but I say that if you want to dream big, do it. You have potential all in the world. There's nothing that can limit you if you really want to do it. And I feel like this gave us a lot of trust. I mean, we also had each other, that we were kind of always on the same path, which gave us a lot of accountability also in a sense. But we knew we were not the most talented one in beach volleyball, but we knew what we wanted and where we want to go and what we want to do. And I feel like this gave us a lot of fuel and motivation to be where we are and to still be far from where we want to be. And I think this is like kind of a big message for everyone that wants to do professional, semi-professional sport, whatever. Like, you set yourself your limits and no one else. If you want to go out and be number one in, I don't know, kite surfing, try, fail, do over again. It will be extremely tough. It will be extremely annoying. You probably want to give up a lot of times, but you set yourself that limit and no one else. And I think that's what we also learned a lot the past years, and we're still in the process of learning this, because a lot of people have told us we cannot do it. We cannot do it. Like, you're limited. You're too little talent. You started way too late for beach volleyball. You will never make it to the Olympics. You cannot do it a lot of times. And yeah. I feel like now this was kind of also stuck in your brain if you always hear it, right? And I feel like the only limit that you have is the limit you set yourself and nobody else.
I agree. I think you're both really hardworking, as you said. Like, maybe you don't have the touch of Brazilian. I don't as well. I strive for it.
You kind of have. I love your touch.
But how I used to catch the ball as a kid, like, really there are videos of me catching it with my face and like closing my eyes, and my arms are like this. So it's, I'm not naturally touch. Like, I don't have the natural touch. But like, you are these like hard-working girls. Do you think like you have, I don't know, something that you do so different from others that sets you apart? Because I think everyone learns differently, work differently, have different routines. Do you think something makes you better than others? Yes.
That's very hard to say, because there's still like so many teams out there that are better than us, you know. But I think our combination of really like wanting to be our best every day, and like, in German there's a saying, the train goes over that, like, so that you put everything under that, is also kind of like a strength of us, which makes us bond even more, because we both have that so much. It's not like Dory is super motivated and sacrifices everything, and for me it's like, I'm going with her. It's like, for the both of us, we know what it takes and we know what we need to do, and we do it every day, and we wake up every day and we really try to like focus on getting better every single day. And I think this and our like unity on the court maybe sets us apart a little bit, because I barely or rarely see like any team being that united and that fighter on the court that we are. It seems like when we're on the court and when we're like in the competition, for us, we would never give up. Like, we can be 10 points behind and we know like the other team still has to like count on us, you know? They still have to be ready. Hey, okay, they could come back. And this is annoying as like an opponent. This is annoying. And I think like this unity and extreme kind of sense of fighting and not giving up, also that we learned in the past couple of years, because people like told us literally to just give up and do something else, like do something better in life than professional sports, you know, like, what are you doing it for? What do you do it for? Why do you do it? Like, and I think this like made us stronger in a way, and like even strengthened our unity even more, which maybe like is a little bit our USP that sets us apart from other teams.
I think that's a great quality. But
Thank
as you
you.
said, like a lot of people said, do something else.
Oh my gosh, many times.
If you could choose anything else apart from volleyball, what would you do? It can be like, I don't know, you could be astronaut.
Oh my god, that's a cool question. I think there's so many things that I'm interested in. Like, I really, really, really want to kind of help people in a sense. And I mean, also with my, let's say, past, I really kind of want to be in like health, fitness, professional area. I don't know if I could work a 9-to-5 office job. I don't know if that would be for me, because I know that there's like so many hardworking and grinding people out there, especially in sports, that I would be really interested in helping them. But I honestly, I also as a kid, I would have loved to be like a children's doctor. That would have been like a really, really, really cool job for me, because also I like children very, very much. And I love medicine. I love reading about it. I love also like physiotherapy stuff. Like, I mean, when you're on the road for a long time by yourself and injuries happen, you kind of have to deal with it yourself, because in Mexico, you will not find a physiotherapist right around the corner to help you with exactly that muscle, exactly in that position, you know? So I think it's a lot of learning by doing also during these last couple of years, physiotherapeutically. But it's also a lot of fun, like trying out those things. But I think more in the medical area. I could not tell you right now what exactly I would do, because my last years have been so consumed with professional sport and everything around it. Like if it's marketing, sponsoring, I mean, of course, like your physicality, emotionality, mentally, tactically, technically, everything, this consumes so much of your life that it's sometimes even crazy for me to like think outside of this whole construct, because also we do not have so much time, right? But yeah, honestly, I'm really interested to see what also happens after our careers.
That's true. Are you afraid of it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm pooping my pants.
Yeah.
Because you're not used to having like a normal life, right? So you're so out of this standard. That's also true. To kind of fit into society. This also is, I think, a tough topic to talk about, because you have such a unique lifestyle where you're not for 1 month or for more than 1.5 months in the same spot, right? Where you actually have your comfortability, have your friends, family around all the time, no? So it's gonna be really, 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 really interesting. But I try to see it more as like a challenge than, okay, I'm so afraid what happens after my career. But I think, my life or my universe will like put together all the puzzle pieces for me to like be happy, feel happy, help other people, also after my career, and also feel like I have, kind of meaning and the sense of what I'm doing. So I think that will be an interesting transition of my life.
That's true.
What about you? Like, have you thought about it?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to answer the same question to my mom yesterday, and it was like a big debate, because I think I love cooking and I love food, but I don't think working in a professional kitchen would be fun. I think it would resemble volleyball in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, I'm not sure what would provide so much happiness, like as winning a match. I don't know, completing an amazing dish for, I don't know, a queen or something, you know, maybe. I'm not sure. But I did a lot of arts. I thought maybe an artist, but I think sports changed me so much and made me so competitive that art doesn't have that, I don't know, like, this is the best drawing in the world.
Exactly.
You know, it's so abstract. Which I think I'm a different person now. Maybe someday. But my answer was to interview people.
I love it.
I
love
I
it.
love talking to people. I love finding out new things, and you learn so much. Like just us talking, I think I've like gained so much insight into like how to be brave and believe in yourself, and even if you're like not confident,
Yeah.
how to push through that.
And I feel like you have a great way of talking to people. That it's not like, you know, when you talk to people and it's sometimes too much, or it's sometimes like you don't feel comfortable. But I feel like, I mean, we're good friends,
Yeah.
obviously, but I feel like when you talk to people, you always make them feel really comfortable. And this like amazing plateau for someone to interview people, right? So this is amazing. I hope that you will interview a lot more people.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's see. I don't know.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. Well, thank you for
inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for being my first one.
I loved it. Too many more.
Yeah.
Many more on the tour, maybe.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Like in Brazil on the beach.
Yeah. I mean, I'm afraid of Brazilian beaches, of like.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Otherwise,
I feel like, except maybe for Rio and Recife, maybe, but I feel like in any other like smaller beach, I think I'll
definitely do it.